wake up, and the fire is gone. Yesterday's discipline feels like a stranger you can't quite remember. And the weight of simply existing has already pressed you into the mattress. You stare at the ceiling, bargaining for 5 more minutes. Then another. The inner voice that once pushed you forward is now just a whisper, shaming you with every delay. This isn't laziness. It's the quiet, brutal gap between who you know you could be and what your exhausted mind is willing to give right now. You've tried forcing it, pumping yourself up with videos, quotes, and raw will, but the tank is empty, and that borrowed high never survives past Wednesday. The usual advice screams that discipline is a muscle you must flex harder. But when you're already torn, forcing another rep doesn't build strength. It snaps something deeper. You blame yourself, believing that if you were just stronger, you'd get up and do it. But that belief is a trap door, not a ladder, and it drops you into guilt every time. The cycle repeats. A burst of inspired action, then the slow slide back into silence. Each failure carves deeper grooves of self-doubt into your identity until you dread the next attempt. You've been told to chase that feeling, to wait for the spark. But feelings are weather. They were never meant to be the engine of a life that must keep moving through storms. What if the derailment isn't the crisis? What if the real wound is the expectation that motivation alone should carry you, as if your soul could run on lightning strikes forever? Because rails don't care if the train wants to move. They exist before the journey and remain after the storm, unmoved by your mood, indifferent to your doubt. And that cold silence is the most honest gift you will ever receive. It does not lie to you. It does not pretend you are broken for waking up drained. It simply waits, unmoved, ready to hold your next step. You are not derailed. You are exactly where the tracks have always led. The ground you are kneeling on is not punishment. It is proof your root still exists beneath you, steadfast, even when the sky goes dark. What changes is not your mood, but your allegiance. You stop negotiating with your feelings and start honoring the quiet contract you made with yourself on a day you were brave enough to build a routine you didn't yet need. The cost is the death of the romantic lie that purpose must always feel electric. You will walk many miles in the gray, and no one will cheer. The work will feel ordinary, even hollow, and you will do it anyway. This demands you let go of applause as fuel. It asks you to become fluent in the language of small, faithful actions. A single page read in grief, a shower taken in exhaustion, a pen lifted when words are dust. You will resent the routine for not being a savior. It won't erase despair or make mornings glamorous. It just keeps your life from collapsing into the chasm between who you wish you were and who you can't be today. But slowly, imperceptibly, the rails carry you out. Not into ecstasy, but into a quiet competence that no storm can wash away. You become someone who moves, not because you want to, but because you built a groove deeper than wanting. Earned stillness arrives without fireworks. You sit in the morning, empty, and nothing shatters. The routine has become the architecture of your survival, and you no longer need it to prove anything. It just is, and you just are. You have not conquered your demons. You have outlasted them with 1,000 unremarkable steps. The rails never cheered for you, never pitied you, and in that steadfast absence of drama, you found your freedom. You are not a machine waiting for a spark. You are a living system designed to run on rhythm, not thunder. The rails remain, silent and sure, long after the engine quiets, and that is enough. That has always been enough.